There is a major development in the latest controversy surrounding Lidia Thorpe, and it all comes back to these comments.
So we stand with you every day, and we will fight every day, and we will turn up every day. And if I have to burn down Parliament House to make a point, I am not there to make friends. I am there to get justice for our people. And I am there to free Palestine from the river to the sea.
And while Lidia Thorpe said that those comments really were just a figure of speech, the Australian Federal Police saw it differently, with a spokeswoman telling us that the moment those comments were made, the Federal Police were investigating whether it breached legislation. And while many MPs on all sides of politics have raised concerns over Lidia Thorpe's comments, Opposition leader Susan Lee has today taken things a step further. In a letter seen by The Australian, Susan Lee writes to the presiding officers of Parliament House, Speaker of the House Milton Dick and President of the Senate Sue Lines, and she is asking them to launch their own investigation into the credibility of Lidia Thorpe's threat. In her letter, Ms Lee even invokes the death threat made against the Prime Minister, with that man being charged and facing court. Ms Lee finishes her letter by saying that there are hundreds of people who work in Parliament House who have the right to do so unencumbered by the threat of violence being perpetrated against them and their workplace. So what happens now? Well, The Australian has asked both the President of the Senate and Speaker of the House for their view, and MPs are looking at the response that they can take to Lidia Thorpe. Some MPs and senators have pointed The Australian to what happened to Mehreen Faruqi when she made a pro-Palestinian protest in Parliament during the Governor-General's speech. In response to that, Mehreen Faruqi wasn't just censured or condemned, practical action was taken against her. There was a motion stopping her from going on international travel as part of a parliamentary delegation for the rest of this term. The fact is that even if the government wanted to, they can't do something like expel Lidia Thorpe from Parliament permanently or temporarily. So the fact is there are limited options available to parliamentarians in how they respond to Lidia Thorpe and the consequences that can face her. This would of course change if the AFP or the presiding officers made some kind of criminal charge against the senator. How seriously to take her comments though, and other politically motivated calls for violence, is something that Parliament House and really a lot of the Western world will have to consider very seriously in the years to come.